What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on, ladies? How are you doing today?
Rise up, rise up, rise up.
Rise up, rise up. It is Tuesday in my Magnus voice. You know what time it is. It's the Ladybirds of AFN people. How everybody is doing. How you doing, everybody? I got Blackberry up there
Hey.
talking. What's up, Deshaun? Shout out to Deshaun. How you doing? What's up, Queens? My first time watching you
Hey,
guys on my
John.
new 50-inch TV. Thanks for it. The proofreader hookup,
Ooh.
Ms Maggie. Yeek. Oh, I'm glad that worked out. You got to let me know how that's
Ooh.
going. Because he's writing a script for a
Ooh.
movie, everybody. I'm
Oh,
excited about that. So I hooked him
What?
up with somebody to kind of get his
okay.
script edited.
Okay.
Just giving those resources
Nice.
out to the people, letting everybody know that we show love over here. We want everybody to eat and win. So
Right.
before we get into that, let everybody know we are here. Give them time to get in here. Let's go ahead and introduce who we are in case you don't know who I am. I'm Miss Maggie T, First Lady of Lady Birds of AFN, Atlanta Falcons Nation, what have you. But I do have some lovely ladies with me joining me tonight. It might just be us for the evening, but that's fine. I'm thinking it's going to be a fun episode
Yeah.
because it's going to be all over the place. It's
Hey,
going to be one of those, let's
tag
talk about
team.
anything.
You know, it's a deadline.
Yes. And right next to me, who you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, this is Christy holding down the deep and dirty South Mississippi Rise Up.
Oh, how is it in Mississippi right now? Like, what's the talk of the town? Because you're a Falcons fan, so how do you keep yourself occupied when there's no football season?
Oh man, look, again the last two off seasons I think I still be online just watching you guys and trying to watch some of the previous games. Today, man, Mike had a topic on, and it took me back to last year's when we first hired Raheem back to those old interviews. So I'm a
Hmm.
researcher just to see, and it's just so many things now pop out related to how a lot of content creators were saying, well, this is a part of a 5 year, a bigger plan. And it sort of seems
Mm-mm.
a little bit evident after re-listening to some of those interviews from last year. So it's going to be interesting, especially when we chose Michael Penix. Go back to those interviews last year after the draft, after
Hmm.
that first week.
Yeah.
Terry and Mr. Blank and even Raheem talked about it. And there's an interview with Terry and Raheem. So, we were under that speculation that maybe Raheem really didn't have a hand in it, when Kurt got upset. But when you go back and watch that interview, then you be like, what did they see in Kurt? Sort of like, like, oops, we paid all this money, so we need to shore up. So watching that interview today, I was just laughing because we all suspected certain things, and when you go back and sort of do like a throwback Tuesday instead of Thursday,
Hmm.
you get a chance
Hmm.
to see a lot. You get a chance to see a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and if you can look at some aspects of them first 6 games, was Kurt hurt already? Was he really not ready? You see what I'm saying? And as to why nobody's picking him right now, and maybe he's talked to people, but
I mean, I
maybe
get
he
what
was
you're
hurt
saying
before.
because when we watch it, when we're in the moment, we
Right.
do tend to miss some things in those interviews and things like that. So it is kind of good to go back and rewatch and just kind of see, do our
Mm-hmm.
own little film review and things like that, and what they talked about during that time. So give us a better perspective. So yeah, and of course you always about going back anyway. You be putting
Right.
pieces together.
And then go back while listening to and pull up the transcript. So if it has transcribed, when you're reading the words along the
Hmm.
time that they're saying it, and you watching for expressions, and that's one of the things we do in research. If you
Hmm.
sort of read the transcripts while they're talking, it's a different perspective. It's a different, like,
Okay.
Why we didn't see that? But you really we didn't know. You see what I'm saying? There were so
That's
many
true.
things we didn't know. And so, but they were preparing. So that's the genius part of it. A lot of people, we didn't know what to suspect back then, but hey, I'm grateful that now that they drafted Penix when they did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I think they. Well, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get
right,
into. So let's go ahead. We got to
right.
introduce the next lady of the show. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Better known as Auntie Pam from Columbus, Georgia. Um, I want to thank Coach Unchained for doing the mock draft on that last show. I had fun doing that. So
Oh,
thanks to
Pam
him.
is killing it. What you got, an A+?
Yeah, I got A+. Y'all need
Right,
to go back
right.
and look at that show.
All right.
I'm telling you, we got a little expert on our team. Go ahead, Miss Pam. You learning something? I love it. I absolutely love it. Shout out to Tate Bro. Hello, ladies. Ready for the draft to get here? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We got one more Lady Bird show to go to talk some nonsense. But then now we'll have some official to talk about that next week. So me and Miss Pam and Whit, we all going to be down there enjoying ourselves.
Awesome.
So we're gonna have our commentary and our, firsthand look at stuff, and we're gonna have our notepad together. We're gonna be ready. So yes, so I'm excited about that. They shine, Miss Maggie, your friend, did a good job. I'll keep okay. There you go.
Good.
I'm glad it worked out for you. I'm so glad I always can come through. And Wallace Smith, he said, "What's up, ladies? What's good, ladies? How you doing? How you doing?"
How you doing,
Yes.
Well, this one is kind of an impromptu. Just we're gonna go anywhere we want to go with it. Because we kind of want to recap the season. I coulda, shoulda, wouldas. What we expect upcoming, and we talked about the draft enough. We already know the need is defense, but we feel like they're gonna go wide receiver at 15. Just saying. That's what some people are saying.
Oh my God.
Stir up ruffle some feathers around here. Yeah, no, they're gonna go offense in that first pick. But no, I'm joking. Hey, Lebos. He said, "What's up, ladies? How you doing? Thank you for watching us. We appreciate you tuning in to us." So, first and foremost, I do want to talk about. Then we'll get into the schedule a bit. So, it's really not much to talk about, but Raheem Morris did give his, praises to Michael Penix. Did anybody catch his conversation about that, his interview, or anything like that? Or you think he just need to hush his mouth a little bit and worry about the draft right now? I mean, we don't want to hear your opinions right now. So we don't know what.
Did he put it in the perspective that was his pick? Is he now confessing that? Did he confess that a little bit?
You know what? Yeah. If anybody listened to it, I'm not sure. I just saw that he was giving him some high praise. So I guess he's like, hey, we're standing behind our man and things like that. So if anybody kind of chimed in on that, you could definitely let us know what's going on. LA Rams, what's happening? Everyone, and y'all ready for the draft next week? Oh, yeah. We are absolutely ready.
Definitely
ready. So, what do you think about Raheem Morris now kind of standing behind? Well, he's been, but he's a starter. How do y'all feel? I mean,
I felt like he should have put him a starter a little earlier than wait until the Giants game to put him as a starter. I think he started it a little bit too late on that part. So that's that. I'm kind of, that's trying to, I guess, help Kurt out to make sure. I mean, if he could see if he gonna regroup, and he didn't regroup at all after that. I think when he hurt that shoulder in New Orleans, that was it. And I think he should have been forthcoming to let them know, hey, I hurt my shoulder, I might need to sit out. But I think he was afraid that his job, because it was a lot of talk about, Penix, doing good, because Jesse Simmons in one interview actually said how,
Yeah.
said that he saw how good he was. So it was a little, talk about that he got an arm,
And then
So
he's
I
a
think he was
likable
probably
player.
afraid that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
It's like I just feel like because
so
he's youth, he's hungry, he's eager,
mhm,
he gets along with everybody,
mhm,
and
mhm,
so
mhm,
after Kurt Cuzzo, or not our cousin,
mhm,
kind of got hurt, all that momentum went out the window. And it was to a point where it was just like we were starting to feel left down as a quarterback, if you will.
Right.
Like we had our foot on the pedal to be the number one in the division or what have you, wild card or what
mhm,
have you. Well, here we
mhm.
go again. Year what, 3?
Yeah.
We couldn't make it. So
Yeah, 3.
what you got on that, Miss Christie?
Couldn't do it.
Mixed feelings. I sort of see Raheem. I don't trust him even going into this season. Like, I have mixed feelings. It's like he's that person out of your friend. My grandmother used to call it you have friends and you have close friends, and then you
Mm-hmm.
have long handled spoon friends. So if you cook in a big pot, he's that person
Mhm.
because you don't know, is he would be the one that eventually snitch. He'd be the one to fold on you. And so I
Oh
sort
yeah.
of believe that he pushed.
Throw you under
Now
the
he
bus. He'll
pushed
be the one throw
going
you under
back.
the bus.
Right. He initially pushed. There's an interview with
Mhm.
Arthur Blank that talked about even after Blank talked a little bit about his conversations with Belichick and some of the other potential coaches
Ooh, I don't have it.
um prior to hiring Raheem,
I don't
Mm-hmm.
and
have it.
the need for a veteran quarterback. That push, but that push was solidified with Raheem, and
Mm-hmm.
so I believe he sort of befriended Kurt, but didn't know that they were being catfished until
Uh-huh.
after you sort of get a person in. You know what I mean? Like we were catfished. We were catfished
We
by
were.
Kurt.
I
We were
I
catfished.
absolutely agree. It was like
So
put me
that's
in
why
the
I
coat.
call him Catfish Kurt, because
Yeah.
with a K, with a capital K, he catfished several others, but I think we got a little catfish with Raheem too. So that sort of sits in the back of my head, and now he's coming out. That's why I haven't seen that interview that he did, but I sort of
Mm-hmm.
believe he wants to take credit for it. But they knew that they had to do something, because in an early interview with, again, going back to last year with Terry, he talked heavily about talking with the coaching staff to know
Mm-hmm.
how the scouts would go out. So again, everybody always talking about Terry this, Terry this. He's not making the decision without talking to the coaching staff first. And then
Yeah.
he has admins he has to also answers to. That includes Greg Beadle, who is the president of the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever wants to place blame with Greg Beadles, but he signs off or pushes for certain things from the administrative side. So you have Terry sitting in the middle. He's a middleman. He's the middleman that tries to satisfy everybody. And so it's interesting
Mm-hmm.
that Raheem would have this interview about Michael Penix right now,
And
at this time prior to the draft. So I was like, well, what's that? I want to see what it was, but at the same time, why are you doing this before the draft?
just to have something to talk about. And Wallace kind of said it right there. He said Wallace Smith said yes. Raheem kind of said that
Mm-hmm.
after all of them went out to Washington to work him out, the Penix was going to be their pick if he was still on the board when they picked him. Um, so
Mm-hmm.
and Matt Ryan is going to make him better. So Deshaun is kind
Right,
of in we talked
Mm-hmm.
about that last week about
right.
Matt Ryan. kind of mentoring him, and everybody's kind of in their feelings about it. Like,
Being
why?
mentored.
I think that's a good thing. Number one, before Vic took the position as that head coach at the college, he was also talking. I mean, to have a broad perspective. If you
Mhm.
have the experience of the elites for the team or the operation that you work for, why
Yes.
would you don't have to have
Mm-hmm.
just, you can have more than one perspective. That's a purpose of a mentor is just to give you their perspective and from the experience that you currently now in that position for. It's not that he's gonna all of a sudden change the way that he plays. His
I'm
way
glad
of
you said
playing
that.
is his way of playing. But there's nothing wrong with learning
Mm-hmm.
from experienced people, and you're not getting the same perspective. You're getting multiple perspectives. You can make your own decision, and that's what Michael Penix is going to do. So I wish people wouldn't get in a tizzy about that. But man, just imagine if you were that quarterback coming in and you are open to it, that you can
Mm-hmm.
have perspective from former players
Yeah.
in the position that you play in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
And
just crazy to me.
Miss Bree, you snuck up in here.
Hey, Bree.
Indeed. Hi, y'all. I'm
Yeah.
kind of
How
grateful.
you
Hello.
doing? Go ahead and introduce yourself, and then just give your feedback about Raheem Morris talking about Michael Penix.
Okay, so I don't remember what was recently because I've been working real hard the last 10 days at the Masters. So I've been away from social media for the last week and some change.
Yeah.
But for those that don't know me, I am Bree from the little AUG called Augusta, Georgia.
And I got family in Augusta, actually.
Yes,
We were
ma'am.
talking about heading down there to visit.
Come visit. Let me know when you come.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be probably this summer because my
Okay.
stepdad he's retiring, so he got nothing but time to go visit his people. So I'm gonna be probably right along with him.
Okay.
Small
But
little, small little town, but it's everybody know everybody.
correct. But fill me in if y'all don't mind, then I can give my opinion.
Well, I guess it's just really more of our own personal opinions about, kind of what we've been reiterating throughout the remaining end of the season, the off season, about the fact that Raheem waited too late. And like King Richard said, we were supposed to be number one by week 11 and walk into the playoffs with home field
Mm-hmm.
advantage. We had so much
Mm-hmm.
potential. It was looking amazing. I was like, okay, then, Falcons, what y'all about to do? But I said, it's too
Yeah.
soon.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting a little too excited
Mm-hmm.
around here.
And you
The
know how we
Falcons are going to Falcons.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that Falcon always Falcon, so I don't be getting too excited. I be trying to
So how
but
you feel about it? Are you ready for the Penix
oh,
season starting?
absolutely. I am. And like
Okay,
Chris was saying, as far as the mentors not having, well, we got to take in consideration. I'm gonna go all the way back to the Ritter era,
Mm-hmm.
couple of years, as you might say. He had no mentor.
He did.
So it's kind of like we're in a position now that this new quarterback, Penix, has a mentor. Not only does
Right.
he had Vic at one point, and now he has Matt Ryan. Like, what's the issue? They both were elite quarterbacks in the league. They both played
Mm-hmm.
in Atlanta. So what better person to mentor him will be those two? I mean, what's the issue?
Yep.
Right. So we complain when there is no mentor for Ritter, and now we're complaining
Mm-hmm.
that Michael has had.
But Michael Penix has banter. Yeah.
Right.
Damn it do, damn
Can't
it don't.
satisfy these fair weather fans, as you all know.
It was no mentor or quarterback coach.
Exactly.
Nope. Nothing.
So an unfair advantage at
Correct.
that point.
Mm-hmm.
So, shout out to Ritter. Hope he figure it out somewhere where he at. I don't keep up with him, but um, at least Penix can start with the first team in the off season. We're gonna see
Yeah.
if Kirk, not our cousin's, gonna hold back and not show up in preseason. But like we were saying, Bree, that he might as well show his ass because what choices he has to make, because
Yeah.
he wants somebody to be desperate in North to take his contract, or the
Come
Falcons like
on, New Orleans. Come on, Aints. Pick up the phone. Yeah.
Well, no one's ain't got no money to give us. They ain't cap worse than we are.
New Orleans, Pittsburgh, somebody. Come on.
Yeah, New Orleans don't have any money.
I'm looking for Tennessee. I'm looking for Tennessee to be that team.
Come on, Browns, all of y'all. Let go. What y'all waiting on?
We'll see what they decide to do. Or Mr. Kirk Cuzzo might just be sitting in the back passing out Gatorade,
That bad juju for me.
Holding that clipboard. That's what he gonna be doing.
Holding the clipboard and say, Coach, what you need me to do? You want me to
Because if he sit out, he gonna lose money. So his best interest is to show up for the team and be the backup quarterback. And you get paid for
make him do.
Why are you gonna sit at home and lose money that way?
Yeah,
right. Make him do every preseason.
You know,
snap.
you might as well
I say
come
that
on
everybody's show. Every preseason snap, Kirk should be on it.
Yes, I agree with you.
He should be. He gonna have to be, honestly, because we don't know if he's healthy or not.
We want what's best for you, Kirko. Come on now, get off my team. I want what's best for you. I speak for myself.
I mean, he can do whatever you want to.
I want him gone. Show out, go. Underlay.
One thing we don't need to do is cut him, because we don't need to pay him no money. He need to earn that money. That's all I got to say.
Put forth the effort. I'm all for it.
The Browns don't want him.
Somebody got to be desperate. Who wants him?
Somebody said the Steelers or the Browns. Neither one of them want him.
Neither one.
They don't want him. Neither one of them want him.
I'm hoping
Browns
Tennessee.
No
I'm hoping Tennessee actually want him. That's what I'm hoping for.
Tennessee,
yeah, they got a young quarterback. You know, they need somebody to kind of bridge the gap.
Yeah.
You know? But then there's rumor that they're gonna probably draft Cam Ward. But we're gonna see how that go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying this is gonna be highly interesting situation. So let me see what the chat is saying pretty much. And y'all bear with me. I'm trying to switch over my camera. But he has no choice to back him up. Let's see. Matt Ryan is gonna make him better. Ain't no loyalty. Kirk will be paid to be a backup and like it. Do you like that? You like that, Kirk Cuzzo? Not our cousin.
He's already Penix already showing leadership. He already showing leaderships, you know.
Yeah.
So he there's no problem for him taking over a squad. You know, what better to learn from another person who know how to manhandle that, that offense. Because Matt Ryan did not play when he out there. None of them receiver better not run that bad route, or he gonna cuss them out.
Get effing
so he knows how to run that offense.
That's what I'm saying. Get effing set, please. That's all we need. That Matt, you teach him a little bit of something about that save. These fools don't know where their position's at. Tell them to get fucking set, please. Thank you.
Right.
Take it from somebody that knows it best. So, okay, what's up, ATL Leo? How you doing? Mucho Grande said, Kirk admitted to injury earlier at 6-3. Kirk probably could have come back later in season. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
That's what I'm saying. He had to say something,
if he played the cards right
in there, we would. I mean, he would probably got his job back. Wouldn't be nothing said. I mean, I think he was just afraid he was gonna lose that job.
But the commentators have been making it known that Kirk be hot as fire at the beginning of the season, every season, and it based off of his record, He go downhill after bye. It has been known, and a couple of weeks after that, then when he had the injury. That was said this season. And I can't remember if it was the Bucks game, that Thursday night football game, but it was one of those games that it was said, can he uphold his performance as the season goes on?
Interesting. All right. So, and I think today, ladies and gentlemen, because it's just really, what's up, realistic Washington fan? Are you really a realistic Washington fan? Some folks say that, but they be the Lulu. But thank you for tuning in to us tonight. Yes. Thank you. Kelvin O'Connor said, well, Kirk knew, he said, injury and Penix came in, he knew that they would stick with, and that's why they was kind of holding back on Michael Penix too, because like Mike and them was saying, or it could have been Nyght, Ryder, whoever, they were saying if they would have seen Michael Penix do his damn thing, they would have been sit down, Kirk Cousins, we don't want him no more. But then it might have been a little too premature at the time. So even though Michael Penix is game ready, but they had been talking that stuff, saying that we said that the rook is gonna sit behind him and get some veteran presence and all that kind of good stuff. So we gotta stick to our word, because everybody looking at us now. So we got to make this make sense, y'all. So we're gonna do our best. That was a great idea for them to get Matt to mentor Penix to help better his game and say some in and outs about the city of Atlanta. Absolutely, because he is the man of controversy. He is the man that it's love-hate situation in this fan base. Some love him, some can't stand him. Some don't say he's three of the Atlanta Falcons, which I think is highly ridiculous. But of course, we're Matt Ryanites, or whatever they used to call us. So Ryanites, there we go. Whatever they were saying. I'm like, y'all get out your feelings. So what are they gonna call Penix now? They're gonna give him a nickname. MP9. Let's see. Penix is more like Matt Ryan.
His do-rags. They've been giving, I can't remember what it is, but it's something regarding his do-rags.
So we're gonna have some do-rags, instead of the big chains, everybody gonna have do-rags.
Man call him Junebug. Man call him Junebug. Yeah.
That's funny. Junebug. That's fine. I'm ready for do-rag shouted. Okay. You already know the Falcons gonna put their spin on it eventually.
Oh yeah.
So y'all be looking out for the logo and all that to come out. Or they might call up Bow Wow and say, hey Bow Wow, what you got going on them do-rags? Hook us up with some styles. I thought Ryder had Yates.
No, he didn't, because Yates was the wide receiver coach. He was not the quarterback coach at that time.
He said he needs to go back to the Vikings. LL Ram said, Mr. Kirk, not our cousin, needs to go back to the Vikings.
Do the Vikings want him? That's the question. I don't think they want him.
They did.
And I don't know why they got rid of their quarterback, Sam Darnold. That didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, well, he did the same thing in the playoff. He didn't, he lost his touch in the playoffs.
But was that his first year with them though?
Yeah, it was first year with him.
That's my point. Get a man time. He was electrified the first season. Like, come on now. That was stupid.
So tonight we're just going to be impromptu. Is anything in that we haven't talked about, a player, a situation that you kind of want to bring up?
Yeah, I got a question. Did any of y'all have the opportunity of watching the interview with Cam Newton and Kyle Pitts?
Yeah.
You said Cam Newton?
Cam Newton
and
on,
Kyle
on his,
Pitts.
yeah, Kyle Pitts
Oh,
went on Cam Newton podcast.
Yeah,
no,
forcing
I
one
did
with
not
Cam.
catch it.
I need to send that to y'all. I watched a bit of it the last 2 days and I finished it up today. That
Okay,
was
so you kind of got to give us some insight of, kind of how that went.
so basically he brought him on and giving his feel of how he feels in Atlanta, kind of how
Mm-hmm.
he feels as if like the fans view him, basically wanted to stay. He basically stated based off of the plays that were called, we as fans really don't know what goes on in the huddle. So there might be different looks or different plays that are purposely designed for him not to get the ball or a certain situation. It just doesn't work out. But we kind of hate him as a fan base type of thing, but we don't really know the insights when it comes to game day. But he is a player when it comes to looking at feedback. He really doesn't listen to or pay attention to the noise from fans. He takes his critique from basically players that have been successful in his position or other players that have made it as well as in the Hall of Fame. Um, but when asked basically like as a rookie working in he said that we're gonna see a different Kyle Pitts this season, and when asked basically to give him three adjectives, Cam asked him to give him three adjectives to describe himself. He was very hesitant and couldn't give a one, and I can't remember the last one, but whatever the last adjective he gave to describe himself, because it was hard for him to give him three. He said the last one was basically for the fans, but Cam was like, no, you can't do that. But every player, especially on the NFL level, you got to have some type of dog in you. And as far as players, as far as the Falcons, like he can't name a player right off the rip that has that dog in them, whether it be offense or defense. And that needs to be that type of person basically as the face of the team. And then one thing that kind of took me back based off of Kyle's comments, he was kind of like he was like hesitant of being asked these type of questions.
Mm-hmm.
When he said that he'll, as far as his part, he's not like the leader type of person. Because he feels as if he's more vocal or whatnot, that's kind of not in his personality, and in his way it feels not natural, weird to him type of thing.
Uh-huh.
Especially kind of like based off of his position. But he was talking about like as far as Cam was saying, like as far as the Atlanta fan base, like this is a culture like the city has been earning for years to have like playoffs, and then Kyle was like, yeah, we're gonna get back to that point at least. And then he said, quote, at least we make it to the first round. And I'm like, why is
Better
that your
make it more than
mindset?
that.
Yeah, why is that your mindset of just making it to the playoffs and then get knocked out in the first? Like that shouldn't be your mindset as a player, and especially in your situation where you basically are knocking at the door to still be here, And but it was just kind of like that's kind of where he wants to be, just to make it to the playoffs. But Cam was like correcting him, like, no, dog, that's not shouldn't be your mindset. You need to be thinking beyond that. Like you're kind of complacent when it comes to like where you envision yourself as well as the team being. And Cam was basically highlighting the city of Atlanta, basically saying that Atlanta is that culture, like, and to have that type of culture and to have a playoff in Atlanta, like that,
Yeah.
that speaks volumes. I was just very taken back, but you definitely got to go back and watch it because it's kind
I
of
definitely
like,
will.
I
yeah,
will.
I'll make sure I send it to y'all. But it's kind of like, I don't know. But I guess I was expecting him to be more vocal and be more so of a leader. But the way he was
He's
answering
not a leader.
questions, he doesn't want that position.
No.
Well,
I
and
don't
it
think
just
he's
kind of
a
leads
out.
to.
Yeah, I don't think he's an
I'm s-
outspoken type person though.
He's
mhm.
not.
He's
He
not
said
that,
that.
and his maturity level. People got to understand when he was drafted, how old he was, and how old is he now? It's like 24. He
Hmm.
doesn't. if you watch any of his shows like that he does with cars or something that's like a mindset.
Exactly.
His mindset isn't as mature as many of the other players on our team that's his age. So if you pay attention to his other interviews and stuff, it ain't on the, it's not on the same level. I'm just saying, if y'all go back and look at those interviews, because I know
it's on Atlanta. It's on the Atlanta website. His podcast.
Yeah, because so it's
not
the same. It is not the same as players that may have been like, snuck out, went to the club at 16 and went to some house parties and different parties and toga and stuff in college. I don't think that's in Cal.
He's not a leader. I'm gonna tell you that.
He didn't lie about that.
He expect. I think you gotta have a quarterback that inserts that leadership for him to play well. And that's why he did good. He did remarkably well under Matt Ryan, because Matt Ryan was that dude,
Correct.
know. But compared to Mariota and Ritter, they were just friends.
Correct.
You need somebody that can kind of go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say one thing that stuck out to me the most with that interview, before it ended, the last probably like 10 minutes of it, they asked him, how he feels about Penix and how they think they're going to do this upcoming season. And he just said, we're going to see a different Kyle Pitts this year. But Cam made it known to Kyle as a piece of advice. He was like, Penix needs you. You don't need Penix. Penix needs you. So, like, he was going in detail about his relationship with Greg Olsen and how they complemented each other, but how Greg, from a viewpoint as a tight end and things where, in situations he was very mature for his position, he saw different things and he understood Cam's position. So therefore, because he understood Cam's position and what he needed to do, therefore he was a better tight end for Cam. So there was things that he saw Cam didn't see, and that just made him a better player. So he was giving really good insight on that. But I really hope that he took that piece of advice in consideration, as far as especially maturing on a football IQ, skill set type of mindset, that he does well. Because I can see a little flashes from towards the end of the season with Kyle, but he definitely has to step it up this season.
And I agree with you, Bree. And just wanted to say, it's kind of leads to the question of when. Hope y'all can hear me. When he said basically he's just here, it's just his job. Basically, he was just like, it's my job. This is what I'm here for. It's like no enthusiasm. He doesn't have any type of energy towards like how important his role is. Or the fact that you still got to prove it. In this situation, people still kind of questioning you, saying, "Could we trade Kyle Pitts at this?" So it's like you got to have a lot more. Of course, you buddying with the quarterback, at the the golf game and all that kind of stuff. But
I got another spin to that. What really hurt Cal is when Julio left the team. That hurt Cal and Kevin Whitley and all them other receivers, because they didn't have that veteran present in that area to tell them how, to pretty much act on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because he was drafted a rookie. Because Julio Jones said, I'm out of here when in his rookie season. And I think the only person he had there in that room was Matt Ryan to pretty much, of course, to let him know how he wants things to be done, So I think the fact that Julio left the team the way he did kind of hurt Cal. in a way.
And that was another point as far as when Kyle made it known that he's not that very vocal as a person, as a leader type of aspect. Well, Cam gave him a rebuttal based off of when he was like, well, Julio wasn't much of a talker either.
No,
But he demanded that leadership and that presence in the locker room, and it was respected. So just because you're not physically vocal with your voice, he was vocal in the way he carried himself on and off the field, how he prepped and prepared for the game, and how he prepared himself for game day. So he was kind of just trying to steer him in that way of, you still got a lot of maturing to do.
Exactly.
Right. And it's just like once somebody else just made a comment that Kyle was a suburban shelter kid. The differences between having one of them old school baby boomer coaches that kick you in the butt and have cuss you out and you know, embarrass you a little bit to make you motivate you, and one that every kid gets an award on the team type of player. He's a good player, but if he's not sheltered to that effect and he never experienced, you know, like that hard knocks type of coaching, you know, that make you get that dog up out of you, then there's a difference. There's a difference in that aggressive type of play, whether or not unless you get it at home, like you got your butt kicked at home and you might have had a soft coach. You had to have gotten it from somewhere to pull that up out of you.
Is it lack of confidence? You know, because look at this. Pitt's had 6 quarterbacks in 4 years. Do you think he lacks? He doesn't know his potential. He doesn't believe in his own potential. He second guesses himself.
I believe he believes in it. He just don't. He just never had that guidance. Like now, they're making sure Michael Penix get that guidance. But there are certain key areas on our team. Like this will be Trice's first time coming in. Who will he have? You see what I'm saying? So he never got there. Just like Ryder didn't get that. What are they doing to make sure all the players are being covered to get that? You see what I'm saying? He's having to get it outside, like he said in the interview. He's having to look at other players, but have they ever brought anybody in?
Exactly.
And does he even know to ask? Because remember that first locker room appearance that Raheem did last year, he said, we're willing to help the players in any way that they need help in order for them to advance or get ahead or go to another team. He said that first locker room, but what if you don't even know how to ask? And
exactly.
Cal really does seem like he wouldn't know that. I'm telling you, the maturity level is not the same as other players his age. It's not there.
Mucho Gordon said, I'm okay with Pitts being a Tim Duncan. AJ Brown was reading a book on the sideline. Fans only care if team isn't winning. I mean, but we ain't talking about AJ. No, we do care because, you know, like I think it was Deshaun who said earlier, it's like he forgot that he was one of the top picks.
Yeah, he forgot.
You know your worth, buddy.
Yeah.
Participation trophy. No, Pitts had 6 quarterbacks. Yeah, King Richie.
He did.
Cam mentioned the 6 coaches. Yeah. So,
and you know what? Him being on Cam Newton's show may help him a little bit too, because Cam could give him some insight on how him and Olsen work together. And
yeah, I'm pretty sure they had some after. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat, ladies, for what Bree was talking about. As far as the Cam Newton interview, if you haven't found it, in the chat, so y'all can go check this out. And I'll check it out after the end of the show.
Can you play a pretty good podcast from that? Can you play a snippet from that?
I have to do it from my computer.
I was gonna zoom in right quick and figure out where in the interview, because it's 2 hours long, that you all can watch right quick of him giving a breakdown of how comparing him to relationship and chemistry between he and Greg Olsen.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Let me go ahead and get back on my laptop, and I could probably pull it up, and then we can fast forward to that part. We sure can.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, though, while we're getting that up, I want to kind of bring in, we brought it up today. We kind of want to talk about the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into it. How, basically there's like a competition going on where I think the Falcons are giving away some tickets if you predict how the season is going to go.
Yeah.
And so that is the season coming up. Of course, we don't know what's what yet as far as the schedule announcement. They make a big deal about that.
Mm-hmm.
But based on this, ladies, which games are you looking forward to, Miss residential tour guide? Let us know which ones you're trying to attend.
Right.
Let's see. Now I'm looking forward to now that Patriots game. Definitely looking forward to that, but it's got to be in September for me to go. It cannot be in December because Auntie Pam don't do cold weather too good.
Right.
Yeah, we stay in the South during the the cold
yeah.
months. If you ain't got a stadium, a dome, we don't want
going to San Francisco, and I don't mind going to Arizona. Never been. I would love to go to those 2 games on the road. If the Colts playing in Germany, I wouldn't mind going over in Germany to watch them play.
Okay,
it's a rumors that that's going to be an international game.
Okay.
But the Jets and the Patriots depend if it's be in the fall or winter. If it's in the fall, I'll definitely go. But if it's in the winter time, I won't be going. I'll watch it on TV. It's just plain and simple. It's not an indoor stadium, and I ain't going nowhere where it's not, an indoor stadium. So pretty much I go where the weather's good and I'm comfortable. I don't want to freeze to death. I don't like. I'm with you, Pam.
I'm with you, honey.
I don't do cold weather too well. So yeah. But I know that Washington and Atlanta, that's going to be the national televised game.
Right.
That's either be a Sunday or a Monday night game or probably a holiday game. We don't know.
Right.
But we'll see.
I think that'll
we'll
be a
see.
good game.
Miss Bree, you was talking about your game you wanted to go to?
Oh, Washington definitely is number 1 on my list. I've already got it planned with a friend. I'm just waiting on those dates to drop. I don't care if it's a Thursday night or a Monday night. The teacher will be attending.
All right.
Okay. If it's not that one, I haven't gone. It's been years that I've gone to a Tampa Bay game at home.
Okay.
So that would be nice on my list. And I always try to go if it's around my birthday. You already know I'm going to a New Orleans game. It's always been around my birthday, so if that's the case, I'll go and that's typically towards the end of November. We normally
Yeah, Miami is a home game. Yeah, Miami's a home game. And Buffalo's a home game also. Seattle's a home game also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want to see the Bill. I'm hoping that the Bills. I want to see the Bills game early. Yeah. Because I'm a former Bills fan since I was 9 until Michael Vick came to Atlanta. Then I became an Atlanta fan. So somebody said you're a glutton.
That's kind of like how a lot of people came on over here. The Mike Vick era. A lot of people came around that time.
So and everybody say I'm a glutton for punishment for being a Bills fan, then an Atlanta fan. But I would love to see that game. But I always think that the our first home game will be one of the NFC South games.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
game 1 or 2.
I think it's gonna be Tampa.
Right, and maybe that that game. I'm like Auntie Pam that game against Washington will probably not only be televised, but one of the holiday games.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised, especially if both teams is really doing well. That would be a really good game.
Yes.
But I
I want to
always
play
go
them like
to
week
the
4 or 5. Once they get back into the groove, get gelled again. I want to play them in the beginning of the season. Then we not all clicking and we don't win.
right.
I want us to click. I want us to be a few weeks in and we play them.
Yeah.
Especially big
Right.
home game.
And that's gonna be a national televised game without a doubt.
Yeah.
And I always go to the New Orleans game in New Orleans because
Yeah.
that's my second home. But I'm hoping that it'll be near a holiday because there is absolute, and people think this was first year, second line. No, Falcon fans always take over New Orleans. That it was not our first time doing anything like that. I've been going to that game forever, and if you, that's team no sleep because after the game, it does win, lose, or draw. The Falcons fan party
Oh yeah, we
so
partying.
hard.
Well, that's our
They
Super
party
Bowl game
so
right there.
hard,
The
and
the Saints. That's a
and
rivalry game.
right. And when
If people are really have been Falcons fans from the beginning,
right,
y'all got to remember this rivalry was going on even when we both
right,
were terrible. But guess what?
Horrible.
Guess what?
Losing.
Tailgating was the shit.
right, right. So, and when they even after the game, no matter who won, they take over. I mean, almost every club on Bourbon, they have. I mean, they party together. You will find out. The only fans I ever seen them any New Orleans game that they ever treat bad was the Steelers. They even treat the Cowboy fans better than I've ever seen. I've never seen New Orleans fans treat anybody worse than they treat the Steelers. I don't know why. It's a super hate when it comes to them that I've never seen. I've been to that Steelers Aints game several times because my family is all Steelers and Saints fans, but the fan base, period, they hate them worse than they hate us. So that was weird. That's always weird to me. But I'm hoping it's during the holiday because they really shut it down on the holiday. If it hits on the holiday time, we really show our butts. We get our feathers way up during that time. So it's always a very good game. But I'm hoping that. I hope we don't go. I'm glad it's a home game against the Dolphins because we don't need to be on a ratchet field.
No, we don't.
Lord.
That was horrible.
Right. And I hope we just outrun the South again. I know they'll never play that ever again, probably as a motto. But
until we
I
actually
hope that, right. So I'm hoping that we do that again. But that competition, that challenge, if you're not signed up for Atlanta Falcons news or anything like that, where you get the text messages, do so because the challenge competition is can you figure out what the schedule is? You know, like the exact date schedules are for a chance to win tickets to an away game for 2. So that
two away
Miss
games,
Pam, it's all yours, Miss Pam. It's all yours, Miss Pam.
You know what? I think we play Tampa first. I think it's gonna be our let's see.
Yeah.
We play Tampa first away. We've always
It's
played
gonna be an
Tampa
NFC South team first.
Because last year it was Carolina. Was it Carolina, New Orleans? I kind of follow the pattern. I'd be off by a little bit, and it'd be stressing me out and give me a headache.
No, it was the Steelers. It was the Steelers at home.
No, I mean NFC.
It was Carolina. It was Carolina, I think.
Because we always end in December with Carolina. For the last few years that I can recall. I feel like it's gonna flop this year. I think we're gonna play Tampa first this season. We always play New Orleans first, October, and then end it in November. But I think the November game, if we don't play them in October, it might be December, but it's gonna be a away game first, and then we're gonna have the home game second. I'm trying to think of Carolina.
I think we're gonna open up with Carolina at home. I think it's gonna be Carolina.
Because we haven't in a while.
because we ended with Carolina.
We always
and
with Carolina and then New Orleans.
but I think they're gonna start that first game. It's gonna be the home opener. Gonna be the Carolina Panthers. It's either at home or to their stadium.
Let's go ahead and get them out the way when they won.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, because it was unfinished business with that last game, because that defense was horrible. You know, so
the game we went to.
No, the home game, the last game of the season.
Oh, the Carolina home game, not the away
game.
Yeah,
that was horrible.
Yeah,
but up there I mean, that was a good game. That we went to, away. That was a good game, and we came away with a win. But I have a sneaky feeling that they're gonna start out with Bryce Young and Penix for that first game. But I don't know if it's gonna be home or away, because we had the I know the last game was at home with the Steelers.
No, put us on the bus. Get on the plane.
But that Penix and that Jaden gonna be the national. It might be a Thursday night game that they start out with.
So y'all had a time with the lights and everything, and I'm like, why did I not go? I'm not gonna make that same mistake. But yeah,
it could be a Thursday night game with the Penix and Jaden Daniels.
It's gonna be a Thursday night game for it to televise #1 and broke a record. I already know it's gonna be one of them. I don't see it as Monday night.
Let's see what else everybody's saying. Great, they got to deal with their field. Yeah, it's about the
Dolphins. Oh yeah. We talked about Miami.
What we got, y'all? Oh yeah, what's going on, LA Rams? I hope my Rams wear their 1976 uniforms.
I hope we dust them.
They share similar colors. ATL Leo said, I want to go to all the NFC South games and the Miami game.
Yeah, that's going to be a home game.
Y'all on Sunday night football week.
Okay. I don't know.
Tyreek Johnson said Penix versus Jaden Bart.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see if I can get this video to play. Give me a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Why is this going? If you want to still look at the schedule, I'm getting that together. But let's see here. Did we probably gonna invite? Let's see about the chat. Okay, go ahead, Miss Lady. Ms. Bree said she had to get off a little bit.
Okay.
So I'll let her come back. But she said she has to fast forward to a part. So, Miss Bree, if you can check to see what time stamp you want me to play it, then I'll play it. How about that? So we talked about the schedule. Everybody excited? Miss Christy, any other games you're excited about, or what do you think is based on if we decide to go defense and we do pretty good in the draft? You think we're going to go beyond the record that we had last season? You think we're going to improve?
We better improve. It's a lot of jobs on the line starting at the top.
It is.
So I think it's going to be, we won't have a choice, but I think I don't think it's not dependent on this draft. I don't think Terry does a lot of work. And again, with no money, I think it'll be post-draft. He'll continue to make decisions all the way up till, like I said, through the preseason in the beginning. Remember all those changes we kept making, pulling people in, getting people off, pulling people. We're going to do that again. We're going to do the musical chairs again.
So and turn ourselves around. That's what.
Right. And to speak to LA Rams, my ex-husband is from St. Louis, so he was a Rams fan. But look, LA Rams, Bobby Brown used to eat at my house. In the 8th grade, that boy was as big as he is now.
Ooh.
And he's just as sweet as pie. We know him as Trey. His mom is from Mississippi, and she was a pro basketball player overseas until she got hurt. So he grew up half of the time here in South Mississippi before moving to and he was born here before moving to Texas, where he finished, growing up and finishing high school and going off to college. But it's a real sweet individual, but I mean he's hardcore on their defense. So you're right, y'all look tough. Y'all just a little tough. So I think it's gonna all depend on our defense this year. I'm hoping that our Falcons don't disappoint us
Exactly
with the draft picks, because they always hit us with the heat. They hit us with the heat really good and don't go offense. I'm sorry. The fan base would probably lose it if they go offense.
An offensive player.
Yes.
Yeah. Me frankly, I think they got enough pass rush. I think they need to go heavy. They need to get looking into a D line or a D tackle. We need a space eater on that line. That's what I think.
I agree with you.
I agree with that. So I'm all about the big guys. Give me a big guy. I mean, my favorite is that Zeke Biggers from Georgia Tech. That's my favorite guy. But of course you can get him in a later round, hopefully. But there's a lot of heavy guys in that draft. I mean, it's deep.
Oh yeah, on that defensive tackle, there's a lot,
and
it's also on the HBCU
they need to make the right decisions when it comes out. I think they can get some more picks.
Right on the HBCU side.
That's just my opinion.
Defensive tackles.
Okay, and I'm hoping Mr. Kirk, now our cousin, will be gone. It'll be a trade on the draft day. We need to go and get him and get a 3rd round or a 5th round. Get him out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, ladies. We got a video. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So we finna play the video.
Yeah.
1 second. Thanks to Ms. Bree for getting us set up for it. And I got the timestamp now. Here we go. Yeah, I can keep talking. Yeah, I got so quiet. Show and tell. Let me know if y'all can see that.
I can see it.
Okay, perfect. Let me know if you can hear it too.
I can see it now.
Okay.
Okay.
Ducking all of that. You couldn't come out here and do it if you tried.
I would.
This is the Cal Pitts interview.
From OG talk, like, bro, just hone in on your skill. Not you personally, but I'm talking to the masses. Like, hone in on your skill. Understand, like, and what I do know, right? Penix needs you. I'm speaking from the quarterback. Right. What Greg
yes,
he gave me, it was almost like I didn't know nor did I expect to crash my car, but I still had insurance. That's who Greg Olsen was for me. Right. He was my insurance. I just knew that I can count on him. And this is the thing about football that we don't give a lot of credit to, especially as quarterbacks. There's a lot of guys that's good at football, the skill-wise, but their IQ is minuscule in regards to understanding what's really going on. I can't appreciate Greg's understanding of what was going on by the defense, because there was times we had plays and let's take an over out, right? Versus quarters, you have a tracing safety who's looking for
the over.
Right. What Greg would do that I see the greats do, Travis Kelce, Gates, it don't matter who it, he would stop. And he would always come back and film and say, bro, I'm not going to run to get covered.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I'm open. So me understanding Greg was that. We didn't never have to talk about it. It was one of them situations like, okay, boom, you come to the line. Hey, 54 is the mic. Now I'm hot over here. Said hot. Greg will feel I'm hot now. He's running his route, understanding like, yo, Cam has to get this ball out quick. So you can never really appreciate enough a guy who understands the quarterback position, right? Greg would always tell you this. He would say, bro, I could be the best route runner, but if the quarterback doesn't know where I'm going to be, it's all null and void. Right. So I would challenge you to get on the same page with Penix, because for him, it's that security blanket, it's that insurance that he's going to need in timely situations where it's the consistency. If I got man-to-man, I already know Greg is not the fastest, not the strongest, not the biggest, but somehow or another, 88 was going to come down with that ball. That's right. And I just had to give him opportunity. And the special things that I miss the most about football is you're approaching the line of scrimmage, just a 3rd and 6 type of situation. And this was a look. Bro, practice. I need you, bro. Yeah, we've been practicing those all week. I need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to win. Like, it's one of, you know, you're going to get 11 robber, 11 holes, some type of man-to-man. It's good on good. You know, covered so tight, they smelling your breath. Yeah. Like, it's that type of situation. And when you have that understanding, especially coming from a young quarterback, knowing that, okay, I have a size advantage, I have a skill advantage at the tight end position. Now, when I see number 8, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's something that's going to give me confidence. So that would be the words that I was leading.
You said something.
So, of course, I don't want to go too deep into it. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Yes. You know, I want to give you guys a chance to go in and listen to it, because I think that, but can you, I mean, I know you couldn't see that well, but did you see just the body language, he
got all excited when he talked about Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen was that dude, man. Yeah. I mean, he got really, really excited. So, I mean, he was, that was his go-to guy. And he knew if he let that ball go, he gonna catch it. Mm-hmm. And that's what he said. He was giving him some gems, like, you know, just like, hey, dude, play your role, play your part, be appreciative of the players you have and who you are. Come on, like, this man make me, you know, work harder. Yeah, he's gonna have to. It's Cal. It's up to Cal to change his mentality. He's gonna have to go out and gonna have to help Michael Penix this year. Mm-hmm.
Well, it was just like he said. I mean, that was some good mentoring, advice. Mm-hmm. So again, the Falcons need to do something. Look at how he was just looking at him, soaking that in, like nobody ever told him that.
Nobody told him. Like I said, he didn't have anybody.
Right.
I mean, what veteran presence he had on the team when he came on there to tell him that he's going to have to be that guy. He said, fast forward to the end with 3 words. I don't want to give him too much. I want you two coming after me. No. Y'all got to look at it. I'm going to go back and look at it.
Me too.
I might get a screen record of it. And then you said close to the end, I might get a screen record and show it for the next show.
Yeah, definitely get that last part. I watch interviews, I watch podcasts, I watch different training camps online, like it's TV. Like that's how I learn the sport, but more so I learn players that have played the game no longer play, retired, but I just get a better insight of football.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So y'all see, I got my little PC together. Once I get my camera together, this the camera I wasn't trying to use today, but it's gonna be the camera. But the Ladybird season, we're gonna innovate. We're gonna get a little better. We're gonna share some stuff. We're gonna watch some film. You know, we're gonna do a little bit of extra stuff during the season. So I had to get my equipment.
Yeah, that Cam Newton, his podcast is really, really good. That's his second professional. He does a really good job, you know, on his podcast. I have to give it to him.
So yeah, I definitely got to go back and watch that. Not Ritter, not Mariota. Hey, Nyght, Ryder, how you doing? Sorry, I'm so late. Make way sports.
Hey,
hello.
Rise up, Falcons, rise up.
We gonna other day we told them we're gonna come on their show, so we're gonna have to come on their show probably after the draft, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know when's a good time to come join you guys.
Yes,
whatever night that you need. You so graciously, watch us doing our night, so we gotta return the favor. Mucho Grande says, I believe they spoke more in depth after, though.
I think so too. I agree with Mucho. Off that camera, he had a conversation with him.
I think he was kind of like, come on now, Pitts.
I don't like what I'm seeing of him.
Let's sit down. Let's have a little conversation here. Quarterback to tight end. Let's talk. So hopefully, but you notice though, I can say Kyle Pitts do keep himself around some good influences though. Yeah, I can say that. Yeah, I can say that. He got to get that confidence. I'm Floyd's ladies. I don't know. Nice to meet you. I'm Floyd, ladies. I don't know.
Floyd Donnelly.
Floyd.
He was in the AFN chat. Hello, Floyd.
Okay. Hawks was pissing me off until this quarter. What is going on?
Oh my God! Don't tell me they losing.
I got so busy today. I ain't even thought about the Hawks. Y'all let us know what's going on with them.
They had the women draft yesterday.
Yeah, we got 2 players.
Yes. I'm real excited about that. I think I'm gonna definitely go to Atlanta Dream game.
Well, they don't have it at the State Farm Arena. I wanted to go. The first game is gonna be at State Farm. Is the whole season, or is just because of what's the name?
Oh yeah. I'm glad they had it back there. Because it's to get more. I think more people are gonna come since Brenda Grimes is on that team. So that's gonna be really, really good.
I like Nightcap. Up, y'all, all C double. What's going on? All C double.
Hey, CW. Hey.
Hey, thank you for coming. I told them, come on over. Come check us out.
Come on on over. But I think that's a great interview, and I can't wait to watch the entire thing because I hope that Kyle Pitts took that.
We're down by 20. Good Lord.
Still, oh my God, Hawks, what are you doing?
Oh no.
You girls came a long way.
Thank you, Floyd.
I'm trying to get posted today. I was trying to get my camera to start for the longest, so I got 3 cameras, right?
Yeah.
And the PC camera, which I don't like. And none of them is doing what it needs to do as far as the quality, but except the one I want to use. So we're gonna get it together. But at least I can share my screen now and be a little bit more fancier.
Yeah,
definitely.
I got a question to ask the chat. Who they think the Falcons gonna pick at number 15? And I like them to be their GM and what they think that the Falcons gonna do.
Miss Bree says she's stepping away for a moment. They can actually, let's do this because, like I said, this is just kind of a free for all conversation. Yes. Let's let the fans come join us today.
Oh, good.
Now,
I like that.
I like that.
There are some ground rules here, people. Okay. Hey, what's up, J Rock? Draft right around the corner.
Yes.
I'm excited. We're gonna be at the location having a good old time. We need to be edge. Okay, Mike Green.
That's who I picked. Number one was the edge. I picked the edge, but of course I traded Kirk Cousins. I got rid of him on my mock draft.
So we down by 5 now. Okay, Hawks.
All right, come on, y'all.
Y'all keep us on the score. Thank you. Appreciate y'all in the chat helping us out. We need to be edge or cornerback.
Yep.
All right. So
Will
or
Johnson's
linebacker,
good.
of course. Yeah. So we're gonna bring y'all on. Ground rules here. Please. No flirting and acting crazy. Say your piece and get off. This is not a let's spend the night with the Lady Birds. Okay. Get on and speak your piece. But the question is, where do you think they're going? I think I'm Nyght Ryder. Where do you think they're going with the draft? And then
With the draft.
Overall for your expectations for the season, once you're going, I'm going to get Nyght Ryder in here.
Yes.
Nyght Ryder.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all look at it. Y'all know I like nightcap. You can read them out or get slapped.
Oh, Shannon Shaw.
All right, wide receiver or O-line. You heard one. So, okay, we can start it off with the panel. Then we can go ahead and, like I said, just get on and speak your piece. If you're drunk, get off the show.
They're going into the fourth quarter. I think we're down by 7.
Okay.
It was ugly at first, boy. I was like, man, they get ran out the bed. Ooh, they were getting ran out the bed at first half.
Is my audio okay, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
Yes. You good.
Just make sure,
on this CW said where the link.
Where the link? Coming. They're coming. Give me
they heard. They heard.
Give me a minute. Give me a
minute. The link.
Let me go check the game real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Giving y'all the rules here. Get in, say your piece. If you want to shout something out for people to follow you, what have you, we appreciate you. But if your audio messed up, all of that, you got your background all crazy, just have a quiet background. That's all we do. All right.
Yeah, Miss Pam and I watch C Double's show with him and the fella. So we oftentimes in the background on the chat. So I'm glad he got a chance to come through.
Yeah.
Him and Make Way Sports. It's a lot of people online.
They missed you the other day, Christy. They asked about you.
Oh, I'm trying to get back.
We told you we told them what had happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second, people.
Okay.
Trying to get the post. Oh, there you go. I'm posting it too many times. Okay.
You said trying to get there. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
So let's bring on some fans. I'm excited to have you guys on.
As y'all update, the score right now is 79-76 Magic, beginning of the fourth quarter.
Beginning of the fourth. Okay. Thank you. On the score.
Okay.
Well, like I said, we were down by 20 at one point.
Goodness.
I mean, that what happened though. You gotta look, man. The Holiday real short-handed. We missed Clay Capella out, Jalen Johnson out, Larry Nance Jr. he out, and then somebody else they said was out.
Golly.
And they playing against Orlando too. Paolo Banchero, that guy. I ain't gonna hold you. That boy good.
Yeah, I agree with Kevin O'Connor. This draft is very, very deep. So that you could trade back.
Yes.
So come on, join the link. You can join in on the conversation. Join the Lady Birds of AFN. We appreciate you joining us. It's a sleepover.
Please come on.
Come on. Night tap. Mike Green is also following a lot of Falcons pages.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody like, hey, he blow what's caught up in that Senior Bowl. So yeah, y'all already know what's going on, man. You see the link. Don't even think.
Please join us. Come on.
Lakers and 5. All right, we got somebody in the bottom. Uh-oh, we got CW.
CW.
What's going on?
Hey, CW.
What's up? I'm on the other side of the show, the screen here. So I heard y'all, and then I hear about jump on in. So I'll be respectful. I'm gonna jump in, jump out. But No, Christy and Miss Pam, they show up a lot on our shows, so we always enjoy having their company over and talking. And
Yes.
oh man, it's good. You guys really know what you're doing, and we like that. So we need more of that. So that's always good. So more encouragement. You know, anything where Atlanta content creators can have fun and be ourselves. That's what we should do.
Oh yeah. Now, CW.
Yeah.
Let us know let me know where you're coming from. You know, podcasts or what have you. Because see, these ladies just know everybody. So.
All right. I am.
Give us your specs, you know, what you think is going to happen in this draft.
All right. Well, I'm from the I'm C28. That's the channel. I do Wrestle Talk or Wrestle Take, and I do the Morning Madness crew where we talk Falcons. We'll be doing our recaps of the games when we get games going. So right now we're kind of like lull season, but yeah, I've been keeping up with this. And, the more we go on in the draft, the more I hope we trade down, because I really think you got to look at the bigger picture eventually. And if you could get, I would like to either get a corner or safety. I like the guy. I like Malachi Starks, but then I really am liking the South Carolina safety also.
Yes. Nick.
So Nick and more, and then now the edge rusher. I'll tell you. You tell me I get Williams from Georgia or Green. I'm okay with that. I'm down for that. The only guy I would stay away from, and it's just because of all the numbers and everything, is Shamar Stewart.
Yeah, he's a project.
I agree.
Project.
Yeah, guys. Thank you. I look at him and I look at him and I think Jamal Anderson from Arkansas.
Ooh.
I don't want that. I don't. We don't need no more projects. We got Troy. I stay in the ER.
Yeah, no more projects.
I need some guys that can get in there, play right now.
Yeah,
at least two.
See, I just got one thing to say about that guy.
Brother, this guy stinks.
Yeet. I mean, yeah. When I heard his numbers, I'm like, he did what? Oh, and he showed no, don't you dare. I mean,
do not get him.
If he dares shows a picture of his grandmother, someone needs to slap him. That's all. Backhand forward, I don't care. Just don't do it.
We don't need the sentimental. We don't need none of that.
None of that.
Stone Cold Stunner, I don't care. Just do something, because that don't need to be in the league. No, especially in our locker room. I mean, look, I don't know about y'all, but the one thing I can't wait for is this quarterback 2 series, because how bad Raheem was championing Kurt. I need to see, everyone's like, well, he didn't know. I'm going, but did the man have, hold on, but did the man have 2 eyeballs?
Yeah,
could he watch, when he's watching film, did he not look and go, did the team look and go, Kurt's kind of screwing up. Nah, guys, we got to be positive. He's not screwing up. So,
man, Stephen Wonder could have seen that blindfolded in the basement.
Thank you.
I think he didn't want to admit to that.
He didn't want to admit it.
Why he didn't want to admit it? Because he knew as soon as Michael Penix stuck one big toe on that field, he was gonna lose that job.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's like this. If you're a coach, what you do is you go, okay, look, Kurt, let's just sit you a couple of games. We'll play Penix, and then I can put you back in. But this whole thing of he never told. My thing is this: you can't watch game footage. I mean, that's where I'm like, you're the head coach. You're seeing this, or are you seeing it? That's my question. And that's what I was asking a lot during our shows. It's like everybody was trying to paint the picture, and I'm going, look, you can paint it whatever you want. I'm just seeing a guy that ain't getting the ball on time. And I said it before. I want to see, because y'all remember Raheem showed his quickness when he called that timeout for Kirk. But then all of a sudden, he's all slow and Methuselah for Michael Penix.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, there's some funny business I thought there, but we'll see. I want to see that series. I think that's going to really, and for Raheem's sake, I hope he doesn't show up because if he does, woo,
Boy,
that's going to heat up that seat.
That seat gonna get hotter than fish grease at a family reunion, boy.
You know it. It's gonna be worse than a fish fry.
You're welcome to stay along with us because there's nobody else in the background. So if you want to
all right. Look, this is y'all show.
Join us.
Hey, if you all tell me to leave, I have no problem. But I'll hang here.
I got one question for my boy C-Double. Hey man,
yeah, what's up?
What products you using, man? I'm trying to get my beard game.
First of all, you gotta. Once you grow it out, you gotta let that itchy stage. Once you get through that, then you get some of that beard stuff. They have Every Man's Jack beard care that my daughter bought me one time, and I've been using it, so that's been really helpful. But yeah, I just make sure I shower and just make sure I condition it and just take care of it. You just gotta groom it. That's all.
Going over there, man. Shit, I'm trying to get my beard.
Yeah. It's all good.
Look here, I'm gonna turn 40. I can't be walking around with the baby face no more, man. That ain't gonna work for me no more.
Look, 47, and this is what happened. Look, guys, I told people from 2016, I used to have black solid hair. Everything was great, and then after 28 to 3, I've lost my hair and I went gray. So that's what happened.
So we'll add a couple of more people to the panel.
Yes. Sure.
Go. I mean, the more the merrier. How about that?
Yes.
Sean, jump in first. I want to say, and we'll get Atlanta Falcons fan in there too. We're gonna add y'all all eventually. Deshaun.
Deshaun.
Okay, Deshaun.
Deshaun, what's up?
I'm gonna talk to you one day about some beats. I'll holler at you.
All right, cool. Y'all, you know what the vibe.
The draft. You said something about the draft.
Yeah, the draft or whatever else you want to talk about. It's just kind of a free fall show because it's too. We got next week.
Yeah.
Okay, the draft I did. We don't go backwards. I think 15 gonna be either a defensive tackle or a linebacker gonna go in 15 round 15. Not round 15, but number 15. I got 3 people I want to talk about. They're gonna be real quick.
Okay.
I got the whiner, the confused, and the laid back. And no people, the whiner is Kirk, the confused is Tom, and the laid back is Tyler. Now, Kirk, I really don't like talk about him, but I believe Kirk is going to New Orleans because.
Ooh, they don't got no money.
Hey,
they don't have.
I like the sound of that right there.
They don't have.
I mean, that's practice squad. That's practice squad.
But check this out. They not got no money, but they got connection. Terry.
Okay.
No, Terry, that's not true. That's not true. Otherwise, Loomis would have kept Terry Fontenot. They never would advance him because Loomis always like to make all the decisions.
It's that rumor that he still got that New Orleans Saints connection, but no, he's here to do his job.
Right.
Well, Carr kind of leave.
He's not going to help them.
Well, they ain't got the money. I mean,
and they ain't got no money.
They gonna give us. They gotta take that contract off our hands.
Right.
They ain't got no money
and
to
they
take
ain't got
that
no
contract
money.
out.
No. I saw today. If we get New Orleans 5th round in 2026, they would take Kirk. I mean, if they give us the 5th round 2026, they can have Kirk.
I can see that. I can see that. But it wouldn't be. I'm telling you, other than that, it's no money. But they had to give us more than the 5th round.
Exactly.
They had to give us more than that.
Okay.
Well, unless we cut them and then they just sign them for the league minimum. I mean, that's the other thing, and you don't want that.
That's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
That's something I thought about.
He
So
gonna
just
get
throw
cut.
him in and
No,
sign
no,
him for the
no.
league minimum. And we're gonna bring
Okay.
in a Falcons fan. Let me go ahead and get him in here as well.
Okay. Let me get Cal real quick. Let me get Cal real quick. Cal, y'all keep saying he needs some dog in him. Cal is a suburban kid that was sheltered all his life. He grew up playing golf and everything. He really ain't got no dog in him. He needs somebody like Cam was doing, putting a fire under his ass, for he can come out. I ain't gonna say come out the closet. I mean, come out the gate. I mean, come out the gate. He always whining. He always whining. Like, you ever heard him say, "Well, I did work here." That's a brat. They don't get away.
Right.
But you gotta look at it. There may be a gag clause on any of our players. As fast as we got rid of Tank McKinley for just saying stuff, the only person we didn't put a gag order on was Kurt. Everybody else, they don't talk against the Falcons. Think about it. No players talk about against the Falcons at all. Not even when what's the name that just left?
Grady.
Never said a word. But Kurt is the only one we don't have a gag order
that
on.
opened his mouth.
The only one.
Yeah,
That's
that Mr. Daddy, how I look.
He's stupid.
So let's go ahead and get our other guest on, so you can say his piece.
Tyler not going nowhere. That's it.
Who is that?
Tyler not going nowhere. That's it.
Hey, speaking of Tyler,
man,
happy
that's
25th birthday to Tyler,
yes,
man.
Mike.
Tyler's birthday is
that's
today.
That's C-Dub.
Yep.
Happy 25th birthday, Tyler, out here, man.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Oh,
Tyler.
today's his birthday. All right, cool. We'll make sure and say that on the show.
So Atlanta Falcons, let us know how you're feeling about the draft. You know, kind of give your two piece in there.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Evening.
Hey, first of all, I think Kirk and Aaron Rodgers have played their last down in football. I don't think nobody's going to take up the money that they're asking for. Nobody's going to either take the chance or take on those contracts unless they take a huge pay cut. For the talent that they got coming into the draft, yeah, they are replaceable. You know, Aaron Rodgers has proved to be a locker room and a team nuisance, so to speak. I mean, he hasn't done anything since he left Green Bay. So, Aaron Rodgers is done as well, especially since Pittsburgh has picked up Malik. Yeah, Malik. So, I think they're done. But I just want to say about the draft too. Atlanta, there are 5 players that I think that should be high on Atlanta's radar, and it shouldn't be nobody else involved. 3 of them play for Georgia. Malachi Starks, Jalen Walker, and Michael Williams. And then the other 2 is Mason Graham and
Mike Green.
He's an offensive lineman, Jonah Savanea. And I mean, those are the only 5 players that I think. I forgot what is his name? Human Wari. Is that his name from South Carolina?
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah. Now he's good, yes. And I agree with C-Dub about what he can bring to the team. But I think Malachi is that versatile player that we need. He can play corner, he can play free safety. And you put that guy next to Jesse. I know we'll have the best safety tandem in the league. I have no doubt about it. Plus, Malachi can actually drop down into the box. And you talk about one of the best tacklers in the draft. This guy had averaged 77 tackles his entire career at Georgia. He didn't average that. He averaged 60, but his max was at 77 last year. So every year he elevated. And you talk about a guy that came in as a true freshman and made his point. He took his position and he elevated from there. And there's no telling where he will be next year. But if he ends up here for us, and if we do the unthinkable and go and get Trey Hendrickson and draft Malachi and put behind him, oh my goodness. The rest of the team actually will probably step their game up. I mean, I have no doubt about it.
They ain't gonna got no choice to.
Yeah, and see, Mason Graham, I put him in the mix now because we lost Grady Jarrett. And you talking about a phenomenal leader on the team as far as in the locker room and setting the example. That was Grady's role. So we lost a lot, and Grady, and it's not just production because he did still produce last year. Not to a lot of people's expectations, but he still produced. You saw in the energy that he brought to the game when he got into the game. He brought a lot of energy. So we lost a lot in Grady. I know it was a money issue, and I hate we lost him. But that's the only reason why I put Mason Graham in the mix. He reminds me of Grady, and actually I think he can elevate to a point where I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say forget about Grady, but at the same time he'll definitely fill his shoes. Yeah.
Yes.
I want to say real quick.
As far as the lineman side, we still have to address issues on the offensive line. I mean, yes, Caleb McGarry did improve every year, but he still has shown areas where he needs a lot of improvement. I mean,
right.
You talking about an area on Penix's backside. That's one area I do not want to put in question.
Oh, me too.
Right. And a lot of people be ready to fight you over saying about McGarry, but it's like he may be at where he maxes out at. For real. And people don't see it. So I agree with the alignment on either side.
Yeah.
CW, you said you had something to say?
With Malachi Starks, remember, and people can take this for what they want, but he said he learned or he really improved a lot or liked working with Brock Bowers a lot. So you got to think if he had to, because Kirby always worked with these guys to work against the best if you can. And he worked against Bowers. And, you think about that kind of mindset, who could deal with the tight ends. What has always been our weakness, our defense, covering tight ends. I would love to get Malachi. Now, and then if you can get a tackle out of this somehow, and that's why I say trade down, maybe pick up a pick so you could do it. Man, I would take a tackle. I mean, because you got to eventually look at it, or look at a guard maybe, and then move Bergeron to right tackle because that was his natural position.
Yep.
I mean that's been something we've talked about before. So I don't know about what y'all think about that, but I mean that's just something that I've always thought about.
If you notice over the last
one thing that we're missing here is Leffert is a good linebacker. I mean, the lines coach. I mean, he's done a good job with the line.
Yeah. And if you notice the last 3 to 4 years, that all the guys that we brought in on that line can play guard or either tackle. So I mean, I look for, if we do draft a lineman or grab a lineman from somewhere, they're going to play both positions. I wouldn't be too upset about them moving Chris Lindstrom, even though he excels at what he's at now. I wouldn't be too much upset if they move Chris Lindstrom in and out to tackle and actually bring in another like Jovan Savanel and put him at guard. So it's a lot we can still improve on in the trench. We have to win there first.
I got a question then. What do you feel about us choosing a veteran edge versus a draft edge? I just don't think, with so many teams out there looking for an edge, because there are 7 with 2 others within our division needing an edge rusher, then what are the other options for the Falcons if they don't draft one?
I mean, I want to know who the edge rusher is.
To be honest, I think we got enough edge on the team. Yeah. I mean, I think we got enough pass rusher on the team. We just need the big guy, the space eater up front.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Yes.
Hey, I don't know. I might sound a little crazy when I say this, but if I was to bring in a free agent edge rusher, and this would just be for mentoring purposes only, I'd go get Von Miller.
I can see that.
Mentoring purposes only, I'd go get Von Miller.
I can see that. But
You
I
can probably
think
get
too,
Von Miller for cheap right now.
yeah, I think too, if Terry can find the money, if we can't land Trey Hendrickson, we got to go draft an edge rusher. Or
Got to.
You do.
Got to.
Yeah, because I mean, you want to find that guy that can beyond a shadow of a doubt, perform at that edge position. If not, we got to go draft. I mean, we still got to see what we got. We got in Braylon Trice, and I don't know if you guys have seen the future contract players. We brought in a defensive players on that.
I might have to roll with Coach on this one. I might have to put a little trust in D'Angelo Malone, man.
You did that last year.
I roll with Coach on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Malone played well. You all know how this is. You can't afford to look at pass rushers and go or say you don't really need them, because let's be honest, you can never have too many pass rushers.
True that.
I mean, and
pass rush,
you got it.
Pass rush has been our
Leonard Floyd even said that. Yeah, it's not enough pass rusher.
Yeah.
Now we can't forget how Ebiketie looked at going toward the end of the season too. So
he's
starting to.
Yeah.
Yep.
So camp is going to be. I mean, it's going to be quite a bit of competition in camp.
What type of system?
You also got to get help from your secondary. Secondary and pass rush kind of go hand in hand with each other.
Yeah.
If you cover, if you get your DBs to cover all those receivers, you giving your pass rush time to get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that's why I like Malachi Stark so much. I mean, that guy, he can do a lot of what we did with Keanu O'Neal. We were able to bring him down in the box and actually look like a linebacker, so to speak, and add an extra man in the box. And that worked out perfectly. And the way Malachi plays the ball in the air, I didn't see nobody, not even Nick, play the ball better in the air than Malachi. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
He's no Scott Case or nothing like that. But I tell you what, in my book, Malachi is that guy. If we go safety corner, Malachi is that guy.
Go back and look at that play against your first game of the year.
Yeah. As long as we don't draft that Shamar Stewart or anyone on the no tight ends, no receivers, no running backs. As long as we don't do that in the first round, I'm okay. If you get a secondary, get it. If you get a pass rusher, get them. You get a D tackle, get them. I just want to make sure we actually take care of the defense for once.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you know how Terry is. Terry likes to go.
I kind of like Harmon out of Oregon. I like him.
Hey, I saw somebody in the chat. Somebody in the chat said, "Why to see the Falcons draft Luther Burns?"
Let me go back to what Mucho was saying. He said Desmond Watson, a defensive tackle from the Florida Gators.
No.
He's trying to lose weight.
No.
He got to lose weight. 464 pounds.
All you got to do is fall.
He's done.
How big he is? Look at where the hell he came from.
Hey, he got to lose 100 pounds at least.
Oh, yeah.
What do y'all think of Zeke Biggers out of Georgia Tech? What do y'all think of him?
Who that?
Zeke Biggers out of Georgia Tech. I'm just asking. Can I ask?
Hey, he did have a good game against Georgia, didn't he?
Thank you.
He played a hell of a game against Georgia.
And he played a good game against Florida and everybody else. Look at him.
Yeah.
Well, that's two more games than I could quote Shamar, so I guess we could look at him.
We all said Shamar. I was going to say something, but I'm going to keep that to myself.
I mean, he's doing the world an injustice to be named Shamar, because we all know there's only one true Shamar. So, I mean, let's keep that real. But anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
This draft could very well get shook up. I mean, you see a lot of these quarterbacks that are getting taken off the board as far as even at number 2, the field number 2 spots. You see a lot of quarterbacks getting taken off the board, which pushes a lot of these quarterbacks that we think that are going to go early, pushes them back. The only sure one that's going to go is number 1 is Cam Ward, possibly. But I see Will, what's his name?
A quarterback
from
Ohio State.
Yeah. I see him jumping way up the charts. For some reason, something is telling me he's going to jump way up. I don't know. But I think he's going to make a difference in this draft.
You know how teams get quarterback thirsty, man.
Yeah.
They gotta fill that need, man. And
true that.
Woo,
true that.
We're gonna get some Christian Ponder quarterback pick.
Imagine the damn Sanders household.
Oh
if Shador gets drafted at number 9 to the New Orleans.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Shador is nobody's expecting him to come in like a Cam Ward. But because he's figured to fall in the draft. I mean, his dad know what he's doing. I'm pretty sure of it. So if he falls that low, let's just say he goes to the Raiders. If he falls that far down, his dad already knows that's where he was going, and I'm pretty sure a conversation has already been made. Hey, this is what I want laid out for my son, and he's not going to go to a team that does not have weapons. He's going to go to a team that already has weapons, like guaranteed. And you're talking about a growing team like the Raiders, who's already got 2 bona fide tight ends, and will possibly have a running back in the draft.
Oh my God, he good.
They're going to be nice.
Hey, I know one thing: if Shador get drafted to the Sounders, everybody gonna know where the Sanders household is, because it's gonna be a black spot on the map for where they burned the damn house down.
Oh, come on now.
But burn the house down, he go to the safe.
Yeah.
So would he have a press conference going, "This is his house"?
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna have to build a new stadium first.
So
he can do that down there.
We're gonna keep. Are we bringing back Simmons?
I think so.
I hope.
I don't know. It depends who we. If we draft
a cheap 1-year deal.
Yeah.
If you draft,
what Andrew Hitman had, he had a torn Achilles, right?
What?
Who's this?
Oh yeah. Helen.
He have a torn Achilles.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
You know how hard it is to heal from that shit.
Well, here's the thing. I think Helen's is.
Wait a minute. Did I just see something? Did I just see Auntie Pal cousin and something that bleeped out?
But go ahead.
Go ahead, man. Y'all don't mind me. Y'all know about shit. Don't mind.
But I think if the way Helen's played last season in the preseason, if that is indication of how tough he is, I have no doubt he'll bounce back. But bringing back Justin Simmons, if we bring him back, we can expect much more of the same as how he played last year. He didn't elevate at all before he left Denver, and he didn't do anything once he. I'm not gonna say he didn't do anything, but he didn't live up to expectations here. So, but we definitely got to have, like somebody said in the chat, we need a bully back there. Mm-hmm. We need some bullies,
right?
And and I think if we don't change that image that we don't have a bully back there, we can expect much more of the same. You saw how what's his name from Seattle who went to Pittsburgh, the receiver.
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf. You saw how he tortured our secondary. And he's considered to be an old man. So
he's a freak of nature, man.
I mean, but he had our DBs spinning in circles. So and that was not a good look. So we got to have somebody that's pretty much like a Keanu O'Neal. We need an enforcer, and I think Malachi can be that guy, or we need to find somebody who can be that guy, and hopefully DeMarco Hellams can be that guy.
I just want to see how he's gonna come back from that Achilles injury.
Yeah, I feel you on that though.
I know he gonna come back better than Mr. I'm gonna tell on somebody right damn now. What you flashlight? You're the cop. Supposed to shine. You got flashlight. You got shine.
C-Dub, I know you was talking about some didn't want to catch what you was trying to say earlier. You remember?
About with trying to remember
Simmons.
Oh yeah, it was Simmons. The only thing I say is if we draft a safety, plus you remember we signed that kid Fuller. to play it also as a safety.
Yeah.
So my thing is this: if you get Malachi, at least you can work like we said. Malachi can play corner, can play
Yeah.
safety. I personally think Simmons. I wouldn't unless the deal's really cheap. But I mean, that's really it. He may end up finding himself somewhere else. Honestly,
Isn't he already cheap though?
I mean he's cheap, but you know how it is, man. We get to camp, and then
Yeah.
then that prices even drop lower. They want to be like, look, just get me in there.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys though.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys saw the picture of Matthew Judon and his son dressed up in all Falcon gear walking through the town.
No.
Is that an indication that Matthew Judon is coming back?
That might be an
He wants to
indication
come
that
back.
Matthew Judon wanna go to
I think
the
that's his hey, look at me. He's doing the Cordell Patterson. Like, hey, hold his time up.
He's doing the reverse Kirk Cousins. He's going, guys.
Right.
I want to say, guys.
Right.
Kirk don't want to be here, but I do.
Right.
Hey, Matthew Judon would have had the wings at Mad City. That's why he was.
That's what it was.
My boy had a lemon pepper stepper. He was.
He needs to get his shape though. He definitely
got that frequent. Hold on, he got his frequent visitor card, so he wanted to keep coming back.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
His pay. Yeah.
His page, yep.
Yeah. I want to stay. So
yeah.
He said Mucho Grande said he'll take him back. Though.
I will too. He just
I will too at a league minimum. Like we don't have no money, y'all.
But you know what? If he comes back looking in shape, because like last year he looked out of shape.
Yeah.
He just looked sloppy. He just looked sloppy. He didn't look like how he played over in
New England?
In New England or Minnesota. He did not look like that.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What, man? You over there cracking up, man. What the hell?
Yeah, I just have this visual. It's like, oh man, he's been working out. He show up like what was that running back, Mike Adams or something? Shows up all jacked and still can't run the ball. He's just like, look guys, look how big I am. Dude, you can't even get to the quarterback.
Damn, Marcus Dupree.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't understand why we haven't brought back Rashad Evans. I mean, you talk about one of the leading tacklers from the team 2 years ago.
Different regime.
I don't understand why he hasn't come back or why we haven't brought him back or even consider bringing him back.
They think they know it better. I don't.
I thought he was still on the team. He was on practice squad. That's what I thought.
They brought him back but they didn't play him. That's the thing. That's. I mean, he needs to be on the field. I mean, that you talking about a definite tackler. You know, he's not going to disrupt no offense by no means, but he's that guy that's going to get after the ball and get a guy to the ground, and he did that.
Maybe Jimmy Lake didn't like, and that probably cost him his job.
Hey, Jimmy Lake.
Now here's the question too.
I don't even call him Jimmy Lake. I call him Jimmy Pond.
Jimmy
Puddle.
Jimmy Lake.
No, he ain't no Lake. And I ain't talking about no stop pond. That's Jimmy holding pond. Holding pond. Everybody go fishing there, but ain't no fishing.
If Jimmy Lake is gone, what does that mean for Braylon Trice? Because I'm pretty sure that he had a hand in bringing Braylon Trice here.
That's what I wanted to ask.
Because it wasn't like Braylon Trice with no high round draft pick. So
yeah,
he was not good.
Right. I mean,
he was number 74. So
that's that third line.
Yeah.
74.
Inside that top 75.
That was my question. The need for an old lineman.
Yeah.
There's nobody. I mean, they're so quiet about Trice right now. So what does if we ended up drafting an old lineman, that's going to tell us everything about Trice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
I
agree.
But Yeah, but Trice got hurt with what was another
In the
like
Miami
I think it
game.
was a torn
The Miami
ACL though.
game,
Torn ACL.
Yeah,
preseason.
so I
That's
mean,
what I'm
yeah,
saying. If we end up drafting for that position, he more than likely ain't coming back.
yeah.
Well,
I
we
mean,
have to
That
you were
not
slow
actually,
seeing
rolling.
nothing.
yeah, we have to draft for that position anyway because we need him on both sides of the ball because we still don't know what's
Yeah,
going to happen with Matthew
Yeah.
Judon.
Right.
And
Right.
so,
Yeah.
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 I mean,
Are we playing 4-3 or 3-4? Has anyone
Nobody.
talked with
I don't know.
Jeff
I'm hoping
Holford?
we go 4-3.
Good
That's what I
question.
thought.
Good
I'm
Has
question.
has the bearded one has come down and said we are now a 4-3? Because if so, please tell us. You know, and I will call him that. He right now he's got a nickname of bearded one, but if it gets worse, I'm gonna, I got some other wives. I know how
Somebody
to
call
call
him
them out.
Uncle Jesse, though. Somebody in
No.
our podcast called him Uncle Jesse. So I don't know. I mean,
Oh god. Look, we got look, okay, so we have Ha Ha Kiki Ra. That's our head coach.
Right.
Yeah.
We got Walmart middle management, Terry Fontenot.
oh my God.
All right, and then we got our owner, Mr. Magoo, Arthur Blank, because apparently he's just as bad as Kiki, because they didn't watch tape. They just like, oh, Kurt, you okay? And we got Snitch, and Kirk Cousins is the snitch. He's the snitch from
Right.
Reset.
Yeah, he is definitely the ops.
Yeah, dude, man, costing us more money than anything.
That's
I'm
true
telling
indeed.
you. I mean, just
Oh, he would have cost us if they actually cut him. I'm glad they didn't cut him.
Sure, man.
They cut him. We would have had to pay him.
Yeah, exactly.
We might as well keep him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
He said, who the hell put Judon in coverage? Go hunt the quarterback.
Jimmy Lake.
So sad. So sad.
Wow.
Update y'all. Y'all get ready for the playing game in Atlanta, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. They just Trey Young just got tossed.
Last time I checked, it was about 45 seconds left on the clock, man. Orlando 120, Atlanta 95.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, Trey got tossed.
He got tossed.
He got tossed?
Yeah.
Yep. They called a second technical. That's all I saw, and I'm like, what?
Man, hell no.
120 to 95. Good gracious alive.
How's the Braves doing, y'all?
We lost. Braves lost.
Braves lost too?
Dang.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Who was the pitcher? Who pitched today?
Spencer Swallenbacher.
He won that game.
Yeah.
Spencer Strider's supposed to come back Wednesday.
Tomorrow. Yeah, he's supposed to be tomorrow.
Oh wow.
He was the guy that was hurt all last year, right?
Yeah. He's coming back. Yeah.
No, Spencer Strider.
Yeah, Strider's coming back tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Good.
The stash is coming back.
Jeez.
But man, you know what? They might be sacrificing their season for the Falcons to damn do good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch the women basketball. That's what I'm gonna have to do.
Hey,
right.
Is that the only
Good thing I got WrestleMania coming.
I have to go to that game. They grabbed my girl from South Carolina, so yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got WrestleMania.
They should be nice this year. They should be nice.
But it for me to start
Jody Rose.
Come on, Cody.
Atlanta.
Kick John Cena's ass.
Any other questions? I mean, we just kind of just talking.
Kicking the boat.
Look, we just found out our Hawks lost, the Braves lost. Look, and then we got to depend on the Falcons to get it right, and you know how that goes.
Oh my
We just said fuck it.
Atlanta with that.
Oh my goodness.
I said it's gonna be a wide receiver. Watch.
Man.
Hey, but you know what though? What if Terry Fontenot? What if he goes with that best player available?
That's what I'm saying. It's good.
And my thought is, if he does go that best
they're
player
going
available,
defense, so I'm gonna have to go with
and that's
what
my
they
thought.
saying.
That's my thought. If he does go best player available, it better be a defensive player that he does go get.
Yeah, I think they looking at defense.
Yeah.
Just don't be surprised. Because
Look, with the
no.
Look, with
they trade Kurt. That's gonna be my biggest surprise. They trade him.
Yeah. Kurt don't need to be nowhere around here.
Yeah. But look,
get him out of that locker room.
Here's the interesting question, though.
Look,
why not keep Kurt?
Why not keep him?
Why not? I mean, who you going to bring as your number 2? You already got a rookie quarterback.
They be better out paying Kurt to stay home.
They got Felipe.
Yeah, I mean,
we got Mr. Felipe.
It's gonna create all kind of.
I forgot he was a quarterback. He should tight end also, y'all. He can play tight end. He can be a good blocking tight end.
Don't get Jason.
Felipe know his damn role.
Yeah, that part. He know his role.
You know what? Kirk need to go listen to a quote that one famous man said back in 1998, and I quote, his name is The Rock. You know what that is? Is know his role and shut his damn mouth.
Yeah, there you go. So
that's why our owner took 5 pages of notes with him.
Yes.
Hey, but this is interesting though. What if all of this that's going on between the Falcons and Kirk Cousins? What if it's all a show?
No, not.
We need to kick him dead square in his ass then.
What if everybody know he's going to be here anyway for that money. He's going to be here anyway.
Make him play every preseason snap.
And like Georgia Texas boy said, he might as well be a backup quarterback. And if we win the Super Bowl, he'll get credit for that too. Exactly. He did say that. He did say that.
He might well sit there and try to make change.
Say he'll at least get a ring, huh?
He'll at least get a wing.
But look here,
he get one ring.
I don't want to see Kirk Cousins in no Madison City, no Vine City, no Peachtree City.
That part. Yeah, he don't.
Lakers are fine.
Yeah, we
I don't want to see him in my home.
We take his surfboard.
The fan base already ran him out of town. Don't bring that up, man.
Yeah, we don't need to see no more swagging Kirk. Nothing.
They ain't gonna get no quarterback later.
He could go to Chipotle somewhere else.
Michael Penix hurt in preseason. Make Kirk
no.
Oh, please!
That's what I would do.
We don't need no quarterback. We don't need to draft no quarterback. We got plenty of players like that. We can bring Ryder back.
Look, you get a bunch of walk. Yeah.
Did they bring Ryder back?
Yes.
No,
he did say that, but we don't need nobody.
I'm here, guys. I'm here. I just want to do my best.
Who said that shit?
I really want to do my best.
We got a reserve quarterback, so we good.
We don't need no Desmond Riddle. We don't need to throw no Little.
I need some money. I'll hold a clipboard. I'll do my best, sir. I'll do my best for you, sir. They don't mess up.
But look, Desmond was not a bad quarterback.
He wasn't.
He wasn't good.
He was put in a bad
he was not good.
And the fan base
he was not good. I give you that.
Ran him out of town.
But Desmond had a lot on his plate, and he could not handle it. One, he had an OC who couldn't tie his shoes here. And then he got sent over to Arizona, who went to play for another OC who was pretty much the same. So, I mean, was he that bad? Or
we were an incompletion in the end zone away from losing Riddle.
He wasn't that bad, but he wasn't that damn good either.
Hold on. We were an incomplete pass in the end zone away from losing to Desmond Ritter and the Raiders. Let's not remember that. Monday Night Football. Desmond Ritter almost came back on us.
He did.
And you have Raheem doing Kiki Ra, looking at the camera. Look how good Kirk Cousins playing. Kirk's awesome. He got that touchdown. I think y'all need to stop talking about Kirk like that. And then then that first pass he threw, intercepted, Raheem couldn't talk.
That was a hot mess. And the Raiders were actually trying to lose the game.
Yeah.
I
It
can say
seems that way.
Ritter wasn't throwing to the sky, you know.
Right.
No, that
Hey,
Penix didn't do this.
I'm just pulling y'all leg on Desmond Ritter.
No,
I was
you
just making
good.
this
You
cute
good,
for him.
right? I mean, he just was put in a bad situation, and
But
I
we
think
still
the
need a third. We still need a
fan
third.
base
So
do not want him
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
yeah,
That's why Raheem got him out of here.
yeah.
Hey, this
You're
thing-
probably gonna
got at
pick
least
up
be able to
one
handle
though.
pressure.
Hey, oh hell no! Damn, so hold on.
Oh
That's like another Ritter, y'all.
Nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Oh my goodness.
Golly.
I would rather almost. I would rather.
Not just Rattler. No, we need
I
a
would rather have Taysom Hill before I would Rattler.
But y'all forgot, Rattler was
Man,
on
I'd rather
our
have them. I'd rather have
prior to
Tyrod
the-
Taylor.
Listen,
But
I picked
remember,
Tyrod Taylor anyway.
prior to the draft, Rattler was on our list along with Penix
Mhm.
as a potential
was.
pick.
I
And
damn sure
second-
take Michael Penix over
He
Spencer
was.
Rattler.
He
But
was.
you gotta consider this. They threw Rattler in the same way we threw Ritter in. There was
Yeah.
no mentorship or nothing. They just
Yeah.
threw him out there, just nothing.
Yeah.
But
He was in a
Michael
worse
Penix-
situation than Ritter was in.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was. He was.
I think Michael Penix.
I
Michael
agree.
Penix had a better college career than damn Spencer Rattler had.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What you got against my South Carolina guys? Come on now.
Man, Michael Penix did take a team to a national championship.
That part. Michael Penix has saved Terry Fontenot again.
He did.
But he has saved Terry Fontenot.
And they even said that he saved their job. They even admit why they did it to save our job. They admit that.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, that's probably the best thing they did do. I mean, because
Yes.
Right.
Everybody was shocked.
It really do.
Over it.
hold on,
Yeah.
you know how people say, "Wait for next year's draft for the quarterbacks," and then you get to this year's quarterback draft, and you go, "Yeah, I don't think so, there. Nah,
exactly.
Scotty." Oh God.
Yeah. But hey, I'm gonna give Terry benefit of the doubt. I mean,
Yeah.
No, I won't.
these last this is the third draft that he's picked somebody that the fan base kind of like was kind of 50-50 on or 75-30 on. But so far they have worked out. I mean, outside of Cal. Outside of Cal Pitts, I mean, but I can see Penix going in there and saying, "Hey, I want to keep Cal Pitts." I can see that.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, because the
what
way
do
they
y'all?
played going down the stretch, Cal Pitts actually looked like he was worth it.
Well, no. Don't fall. Look, don't fall for the contract year season, because what's going to happen? He's going to have an amazing year. We pay him, and we can't find him. He becomes another Devontae. We go, where is he? Yeah. So look. This is what I'm going to say about this. Is what I want to say real quick. With Penix, we got to be realistic. We got it because he's going to play a full year. We got to know, the teams are going to prepare for him. Let's see what they do, how we respond. I want to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Before I start saying, "Oh, he's the one, he's this." Now for Kyle, you've been running your mouth, so now I expect you to show up, dominate, play your game. And my thing is this. I hope they're not stupid. They just look at him and go, good job. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Yeah, go you. And if it's a trade deadline, ship him out or you let him go.
There we go.
Look who came
There we go.
Look who came y'all.
Yeah.
Because that's what the Falcons organization should do.
Yeah.
Right. But just think about it. Just what you said. Don't be surprised if we pick an O-lineman.
Oh, I don't mind an O-lineman.
I don't mind O-line.
Anything
Got
that's
their
going to
pieces around Penix.
Is that E-Man right there? C double. What's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Came in, somebody getting close now tonight, boy.
Look, I'm trying to lose weight, but I don't know if I can get up high enough for a choke slam. But I'll see what I can do for you. I may deliver a spear
I
like
don't think
Braun
any of
Strowman.
us can get up for a choke slam. I'm too old for those damn choke slams.
I could probably deliver a spear like Carlito can run for his life. So you good?
I can do the old Ric Flair fall on the ground. I can do that one. You know the Ric Flair fall on the ground? Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
That don't take no time right there. Just fall on the ground. That's it.
Could have some more space. I
Yep.
can't do it. If I get about some
Going
more
on
space,
for
I'm
2
breaking all
hours
this.
now. I didn't realize it. 2 hours. It's good conversation.
I apologize.
That's okay. That's my fault.
You good.
I normally control the clock, but the conversation was getting too good. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take off though. I'm gonna go ahead and bail out. I gotta go check on my crew because I know they're looking for me. But guys, look, I appreciate y'all having me on. This has been fun. I've been looking for to have.
Oh yeah, man.
This has been fun. So, but Pam, look for an email from me.
Okay.
And you too, Ms. Maggie, and we're gonna do some work because I like you guys. C-Dub, you already know what it is.
You know it, man.
Yeah.
You can find me. I'm here. I'm around.
Awesome.
All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all having me on here. Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
brother.
See y'all later.
all right.
Yes, sir.
So okay. So I guess at this point, let's go ahead and close it on out. Our last thoughts, because we ain't got nothing to talk about to the draft. To be honest, we can mock the draft, predict that, and then wide receiver at 15. But one question I want to ask though. So, because he said it, is this a smoke screen with Kirk Cousins? It's like, is there a situation going on in the background where they got some idea what they're gonna be doing with Kirk?
I believe so.
He can go to hell. Does it even matter?
Get his damn snitching ass up out of here.
Yeah, just get his ass out. He gonna kill on his own damn baby. Okay, get this snitching ass out of here.
Damn snitch.
Right.
I'm ready to go tell somebody right down now. Wait fast now. Really
Man, I know one thing, man. Don't you tell him no secrets. He'll blab it all out of there. I mean, look,
Be a franchise quarterback. He needs to go.
yeah. I mean, look.
We're not gonna cut him though. We're definitely not gonna cut him.
Fellas, if you cheating on your wife, do not let Kirk Cousins tell. Don't tell him.
Kurt like a hoe.
Wow.
That's funny.
Yeah, I know. I like that.
Ratchet ass friend, they can't get a man. They're gonna tell everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man.
Wow.
You know, my thing is this: when all this broke down, my first thought was, okay, you keep them till like the training camps until like someone gets hurt, and then you either make your move then. And then I've never seen someone literally do everything they can to get out of a team. And this man is hell bent. I'm waiting to see him go to Pittsburgh and like host a charity event. I mean, I'm like, dude, you know, the phrase of doing too much, that's Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, here he is eating the sandwich. Oh,
yeah.
Wonderful.
He's doing way too much.
Yeah.
Eating a damn sandwich and shit.
So, oh God, if it's a smoke screen, I would be like, that would make me even more mad at the Falcons. It's like, why are you doing a smoke screen? Just do what you need to.
Stop wasting our time and do what needs.
Yeah.
We always say don't trust Terry Fontenot.
I don't trust him.
We've been saying that for years.
Not
That
trust
don't
him.
make ball. So I don't trust anything that Terry Fontenot. He's already shown that he's untrustworthy. You can't trust him. I mean, we done drafted Bijan after everybody in the world thought we was gonna go after Jalen Carter. It's like, that dude is a slime ball. So I wouldn't
out of that draft, y'all. I knew they were gonna draft.
But he wasn't the one to do it.
Hey,
he definitely.
I knew.
If Terry Fontenot was a song, Y'all remember that song on the Boondocks? Don't trust them.
But Terry's only a
Don't trust
middleman.
them.
He can only do what admins and the coaches want him to do as far as
Thank
drafting.
you.
It's not up to him to do that. And even on up until at the beginning of last season, they didn't give Terry full range of his position until after McKay debacle that second interview with Belichick on the yacht. And nobody gives any slack to Greg Beatles because he has to answer to that man.
Oh, I'd fire everybody. Look. If one got to go, everyone got to go. That's the way I do it. I tell Mr. Magoo, you got to clean the whole ship out. We don't need those one thing. Yeah. And you tell Skeletor he got to go. I want Mr. Bugman to go. I need middle management to go. Everyone got to go. I gotta look at the security guards to go. You gotta give me the key.
He want to clean house.
Who's Skeletor?
But see, remember,
Mr. McKay
did that interview in the turtleneck. He did that interview in that turtleneck last year by himself from that desk with that wrinkled up neck. And nobody goes back to that interview that Blank gave saying who all was responsible. And that was him and McKay for a long time. That's what I'm saying. So why keep putting that on Terry when it wasn't Terry?
That's true.
I said it. Mr. Magoo just needs to let go of everybody. That means Skeletor. That means Mr. Bugs, Beatles, and then that means Mr. Middle Management, Terry Fontenot. Let him go and become a real manager. And then deal with it. Yeah, because because if you ever listen to Terry, hold on, Terry has those. I have the right answers here, but if you go past that question, then he goes, "I need to talk to my supervisor. I need to talk to him." Yeah, well, we make a collaborative decision.
But he's right. He's only the middleman. He can't make those decisions without the admins or the coaches. He's only in the middle.
Yeah, middle management.
That's right.
I'm in love with the new management.
Right.
Is it just me or do Terry Fontenot look like an extra in a Tyler Perry movie?
Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
but that's the kicker. A lot of people will pick Terry up.
Lady Birds and Dirty Birds rise up. Everybody from 2016. C Double said Skeletor.
Look, I called Dan Quinn Sergeant Slogan. I called Thomas Dimitrov Professor Frosttip. I mean, I come up with all of them. Freaking Arthur Smith was Igor. So, look.
Hey, see, though.
I hate to tell you what I call Raheem.
That was Stone Hot.
I hate to tell you what I call Raheem.
Stone Hot. He was Stone Cold.
I want to know this, Pam.
I call him a leprechaun.
Oh, yeah.
Because at the end, his food goes at the end. That's what I call him.
I ain't never seen a bald head leprechaun.
Well, he a leprechaun.
Leprechaun always have a
He's
head
short.
on.
Come on, y'all. He's short. It's true.
I ain't never seen a bald head leprechaun.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and close this on out. We'll start up top with Mr. Mike. And this question right here with Mucho, you just close it out with how long you think you got left, and we let them know where to find you, in case folks don't know who you are.
I mean, you can find me in hell because that's where everybody want to dig me to. The hell. So.
I ain't going to hell.
Now, seriously, just find us at Mad Mike Sportsman, 6-Man K-Styles, Mr. Tactician, Mr. Y Sports Network.
Right,
Look, man, we're everywhere. We're doing a lot of wrestling. So, wrestling fan, if you want more wrestling content, that's what we're doing. We're expanding. We have expanded. We're still Falcons. All right, Falcons are not going anywhere, but it's just the off season. We do a little bit more wrestling. So check us out, man. Nyght Ryder on the track. All right, Nyght Ryder and Ty, our very own, on the track. So if y'all hear the music in our videos, you know where it's coming from. It's coming from Nyght Ryder and Ty. So that's all I got to say about that. And that's the bottom line because Mad Mike said so.
Said so.
Not Ryder. Let them know.
Yeah, man, y'all already know what it is, man. Look, we got about a good we got about a good 9 days away from the Yo ATL Raps Awards, man. I know it's next Saturday. Next Saturday. So on the east side, new venue. But man, it's the most wonderful time of the year, man. WrestleMania season is here.
Yeet.
Yeet, man. Ain't wasting all that shit. Y'all already know what the hell. Y'all know how to find me at Nyght Ryder 229. All Y's, no I's on all social media. Same thing with Snapchat at Nyght Ryder FDU. And y'all just better y'all gotta let them know who game this is. Nyght Ryder. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Christie, close it on out.
Hey, I just want to thank Mad Mike and C Double and Make Way Sports and all of the content creators that me and Miss Pam, we just be bouncing around. So earlier today, C Dub reached out to me and I was like, hey, come check us out. Get a chance to come on our show. So I'm glad you got a chance. And Mike earlier did he had a question on his show earlier. So shout out to Mad Mike because he always pushes hard where you better do your research.
You better do your research.
You're gonna come back with something. So always pushing for that. And just thank everybody in the chat, the chat family, because oftentimes we bounce from whoever's on live, from one live to another. Sometimes I got 2 lives on at the same time. So
all right, Coach.
I'm guilty.
All right, Coach, got all of their screens over there.
Yeah. Look, at work, I got all the
It work, yeah.
So we usually are bouncing around. So thanks for letting us invade your chats and for showing up tonight. We really do appreciate it. We're going into year 2 for the Lady Birds of AFN. Again, we're one of the only all-female football chats podcasts that you find online. So shout out to
kudos.
Thanks to everybody for the support.
Right.
Okay, Mr. C Dub. Now I'm gonna have to follow you, and because the ladies all kinds of content creators. Everybody know you but me, so
Yes. So I am C Double 28. That's the YouTube channel, and it's actually now my handle on X is C Double AWTN. It's just I hadn't been able to change it back to something else. So that was my old tag when I had my All Wrestling Network that I tried to promote. But now I have 2 shows that I do. Tomorrow we're going to just discuss Raw, SmackDown. That's Wrestle Take. That's on Wednesday at 5:30. You can find me on C Double 28 on YouTube. And then on Thursday night, we're going to do a special WrestleMania show preview where we're talking about what WrestleMania means to us, what, there's some of the patents, the history. And we're also going to talk. Yeah, it's going to be at 8:00. I'm making sure I try to get as many people as possible.
CW28 on YouTube.
Yeah. C Double 28. Now look. It can't be
I'll have it in my tab, y'all. So y'all find it. I'll have it in my Mad Mike Sport Community tab. So just on the Mad Mike Community tab, you'll find his channel.
Yeah, because we're going to be talking about just stand and deliver WrestleMania and just predict the card. I got Berto coming in. Also, he's one that's confirmed. Me and Ladarius doing our thing. So hopefully we'll have a few more guests. And the more the merrier. Chat. We love when chats are blown up, and this is where we can really get going on this. Thursday morning at 10:30, we do the Morning Madness crew, and that's where we talk football. We'll be talking about we missed last week, so this week we're gonna kind of talk what we talked here about with the quarterback, with the what are the trades? What are the people? How many quarterbacks will be taken in the first round? And how does that impact us? And then we'll talk also about all the other good stuff, and make fun of Raheem's ankles because Ron hates that. And we'll definitely be talking. Yeah. The man wears those tight capri pants. It's just not right. Look, if you're a man, don't show off the ankles. That's all I ask, Kiki. And not only that, he's the greatest tap dancer in the world because he tap dances around every question. But yeah, so find me there. And I think I just went over the show. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to it, man. WrestleMania. God, I can't wait to see Bianca, Rhea, and Io. That's going to be, I think, my match of the night. I think that's going to steal the show. And I actually I've been leaning to Bianca the whole time when I watched it. So yeah, I see the glasses. So yeah. So we're going to have a good time. I can't wait to talk about it all.
Okay, and I managed to get your link. So folks, it's in the chat now. Go ahead and subscribe. Show some love. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, trying to get it out there.
All right, thank you. You're welcome at any time. And I'm going to be subscribing to your channel and watching. A lot of people don't know that we started 24/7 Wrestle Fanatic.
Okay, that's how I got my name. I got my name 24/7, y'all.
I got C double from an indie show I worked because I walked in. I'm working sound, and for some reason, Chris is the most popular name to have if you're a wrestler or anybody. And at that time, there were like 10 to 7 Chris's. And they said, "Hey, Chris." And everyone wrote their head up, and they were trying to talk to me. I just looked, I said, "Just call me C double." And that's what ever since.
Good night, everyone. Thank you. Miss Pam, close it on now.
All right. Shout out to Coach On Chain on getting him his 500 subscriber. I want to thank my AFN member for giving me this opportunity to go on this platform. Makeaway Sports, shout out to those guys and all Atlanta content creators. Thank you, chat, for tuning in to us. We really appreciate it. And that's basically it.
Okay. Well, thank you again. And the question for how long does Off the Blank have? He's trying to get a Super Bowl.
Yeah, till it's time for him to go to the upper room. He ain't going nowhere. You can't find the owner.
Or another mile high.
We got all kinds.
Well, we know about that.
Things coming.
Yeah.
Lord. Thanks.
Ooh-wee.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's my title belt. Yep.
Look, get you on the belts out.
But
Well, I got another one coming in. I got the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship coming in.
Ooh.
The one coach.
Nice. Oh, that's nice.
Appreciate you.
Terry.
On that note, people, thank you again. Have a good night, LA Rams. I appreciate you, Terry. Everybody that's hung with us, and go and find Ty Kell, the Loch Ness, and go back and watch the show. We kind of went over time.
Sorry.
Show his love. He's probably still on right now, if I'm not.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Good night, people.
Hey, Maggie, good fight, good night, and get it right.
Lakers in 5.
You're so crazy.